sweet YouTube family. I have all kinds of fun motivation coming your way today, from cleaning to organizing to painting and decorating. And we're just going to start off first in Kate's room. I think I've mentioned this before, but this dresser was Mark's when he was younger, and although it is beautiful, there's nothing wrong with it. I just wanted a different color in her bedroom, and so I decided to paint it. So first I'm going to be using some liquid sandpaper here in a little bit, and then I'm going to paint the dresser, and I can't wait for y'all to see how it turns out because I think it's so pretty.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken.
I posted about this over on my Instagram too, but so many of y'all said you love this shirt, and I do too. I think it's so perfect. And I actually ordered it from Amazon, so I will leave a link to it in the description box if y'all want to look at it too. I think it's under $20, and the sizing is pretty accurate. I would say maybe it runs a tiny bit small, but I just love the shirt. It's so perfect, and what's so funny is that, especially at the beginning of the day when I was wearing this shirt, my kids would read it and then turn around and go ask Mark, and I was like, hey, if this works, I'll wear this shirt every day.
Who's breaking in? I said that I needed you like a late night with someone that I knew.
Okay, I ended up putting one more coat of the liquid sandpaper on just because it wasn't really showing anything at all, and it still kind of didn't even with two coats, but I hope that I'll be able to still paint this okay and there won't be any problems. I got this paint color from Home Depot. It's called Breezeway, and I really like this type of paint. I feel like it works really well, and I only got 1 quart of it because I feel like that will be plenty, and Kate helped me pick out this color. It is so pretty, just like the lightest green. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first coat on, and I really hope that it works well.
Would you on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
this is terrible.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What do we do? What do we do?
There's paint all over your hands, Mama. I'm gonna go get paper towels. Look, there's nothing to be scared of. We can fix this. How we can do this?
I don't know how we're gonna be able to do this.
Now I guess we just gotta paint our whole floor that color.
Oh my word! Why am I like this? Why do I do stuff like this?
It's okay. Accidents happen.
I decided to leave that very real life moment in there for y'all, and honestly, it was terrible. I set up the paint can and I poured out paint to paint, obviously, and I am the worst at moving the can of paint out of the way. And right before I started painting, I forgot that I had even hit record. And I was like, oh, before I start painting, I need to take a before picture. So I kind of backed up to grab my phone, and then I heard the sound of my ankle kicking the paint can over, and it was awful. And what's funny is that first, like, my initial reaction, I didn't even really know how to handle it because I had never spilled paint that badly before. I started picking it up, like cupping it in my hands and dumping it back into the paint can. And I don't even know if that was what I was supposed to do, but there was so much paint. I mean, blotting it up wasn't even an option. It was just glopped everywhere. And it still doesn't look super great, but I am working on getting the stain up. I just honestly was traumatized by the whole thing, and it probably took me about 3 to 4 hours to even get it as clean as it is right now. But I moved past it. I changed shirts because I didn't want to mess up my brand new Amazon shirt, and I am back to painting.
Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, got me breathing now.
I also just wanted to add that listening back to that clip kind of convicted me a little bit about my reaction to things, because I was the one that kicked the paint over, so it was much easier to be patient with myself. But if it had been one of my children that had kicked it over, I feel like I would have been extremely frustrated and possibly even snapped. But Ava was actually the one sitting on the bed, and she was playing with Legos, and she jumped right up, and she was so quick to help. And yes, ultimately I'm the one that ended up cleaning it up, but I'm actually really glad that I'm the one that knocked it over, because nobody deserves to be snapped at. And even though that can be your reaction sometimes when things happen, I don't know, it just made me step back and think about things more and my reactions to things, because our children are watching, and the way that we handle situations is going to be the way that they end up handling situations. So it was just a learning moment for me as a mom. I have those a lot, actually.
Took my head out of the sand. We're all in it, better. Open your eyes, see the open sky. Don't you know? Shake whatever brings you down, all that ties you to the ground. 'Cause you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, cannot close.
Ava's curtains actually just got here, hello, from Amazon, and we finally picked some out. She loved them. She helped us pick them out, but we went by a lot of y'all's suggestions because so many of y'all said do something with yellow. So these have yellow stripes in them and yellow tassels on the side, so I'm sure they're probably a little bit wrinkly. So I'm thinking if I hang them up now, they can maybe get some of their wrinkles out overnight, and then we're gonna work together on cleaning her room up tomorrow because it is rough. It is now the next day, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time to straighten up my kitchen. Kind of what works best for me is just gathering all of the dishes or anything that needs to go in the dishwasher and putting them right at the sink, and then I can just load everything pretty quickly from there. Also, I cannot tell you guys how many comments I get either talking about the way I do dishes, critiquing the way I do dishes. I do find it very interesting, and I know so many of y'all say just don't address the haters. I'm not really trying to do that, but I just want to say the way that I have figured out how to do dishes is the way that works best for me. I'm not at all saying that it works best for everybody. I know some people do not understand how I could possibly pre-rinse the dishes, but if I do not pre-rinse the dishes, they don't get fully clean. And I don't want to get a new dishwasher because I feel like every dishwasher I've ever owned is just the same. So for me, it's better and it uses less water for me to pre-rinse and run my dishwasher one time than for me to run my dishwasher 2 times, which is something that I've had to do before too. So before, you leave a critical comment or, critique me, I would just maybe keep your thoughts and opinions to yourself. I'm not trying to be ugly. I promise you I'm not. And I can take critiquing. I have actually changed the way I do a lot of my things based on comments that I've gotten from y'all. But this is something I'm really not going to change. I'm always going to rinse my dishes before I load them in the dishwasher. And I really do it very quickly. I don't use a ton of water. And my thought is I sacrifice probably a shower or two a week so I can wash my dishes the way that I want to, because mom life, and I don't really have time for that many showers. So there you go.
Still making me breathless. We had it good, baby, we had it bad. I let you go, now you're stuck in my head. Like an all out, drawn out goodbye. Like an all out, drawn out goodbye. Like an all out, drawn out goodbye.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting the deep space.
Okay, this might sound a little bit random, but I've kind of been thinking about it more over the past few weeks and how I really would love to get lighter flooring in our home. When we built our house, I don't really think I was thinking that much about how much dark floors show and just all the crumbs. And on top of that, I don't love our floors in general. We have real wood. It's engineered hardwood, and it chips super easily. It peels up on the sides. The mop gets stuck on it all the time. It's just super frustrating for me. So new flooring is something that I'm choosing to save for because it's just what I want. So I would love to know any of y'all's experience with luxury vinyl. We actually live in a neighborhood where there are still a lot of houses being built, and a lot of the newer houses have that in them, and it's supposed to be able to stand up to like water and pets and children and just in general. So I'm really thinking about doing that. The guy said he could just lay the flooring right over top our flooring, which I know sounds bizarre, and it might sound so weird to go from real wood floors to this, but it's so much prettier, it's so much lighter, and it's so much more durable. But I would just love to know if any of y'all have experience with it. Also, I will link this duster because it comes in handy so much. It actually extends out to, man, I don't even know, but it's lots and lots of feet. I use it to clean my entryway light, which is, you know, a 2-story entryway, and it gets up so much stuff. I love it, and it's really affordable. So I'll link that in the description box.
I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime momos. We were in too deep in your worn out sweat.
I am so curious to know what the weather is where y'all live. So we live here in Georgia, in case any of y'all don't know, and it has consistently been in the mid to high 80s, and I think a few days it even hit 90. Our neighborhood pool is finally open, which is so nice. I have a feeling we're going to be spending so much of the summer at the pool just because it is really not fun to play outside with 4 kids in the blistering heat. And yes, that is hot to me. I know there are places in the world that are way hotter, but that's hot to me, and I do not like being hot. If it is going to be that warm outside, I have to be near a body of water, and that's just how I am. I can't do extreme temperatures, super hot or super cold. I feel like my body just shuts down and I cannot even.
It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream. No supermodel in my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels. I'm not pretending I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I woman, mad woman, mad woman, calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
These toys have been so much fun for my kids. Basically, you just get a little bit of water at the bottom and then you can color your felt animals and then give them like a bath or a shower. And my kids love them. They play with them all the time. It does require a tiny bit of cleanup, but it's not that big of a deal and it's worth it. If you have a little kid who has a birthday party coming up or whatever, it's a great gift to give.
Mad woman, mad woman, mad woman, calling me a mad woman, mad woman.
Really?
What happened?
I just dropped it everywhere.
Oh, I thought that was blowing.
Boy, it's such a funny way to tell me what you search in life. Well, I'm a mad woman, sorry I don't compromise. Mad woman, keep calling me a mad woman. Boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. Bright flashing by the street lights. Keep waiting till you've arrived. Let it
Okay, we had our groceries coming the next day and I knew it was time to wipe down this refrigerator because it gets pretty nasty pretty quickly and probably go ahead and get rid of some foods that had expired too. So I wanted to do that really quickly. Nothing like super fancy or crazy about it, just a good pull everything out and wipe everything down. Okay, that one Diet Dr. Thunder sitting in the fridge is kind of making me laugh because we had talked about this on our last live, which, by the way, we have decided that on our vlogging channel, which is linked in the description box, Mark and I are going to go live the third Thursday of every month, which means we're going live in just a few days. And I had talked about it on our last live, but I can tell the difference in name brand versus store brand, especially of Dr. Pepper, because y'all know that is my drink. But Mark has said that he wants to do like a taste test, a blind taste test of stuff. So I'm going to do that on Thursday because I told him I can tell the difference. First of all, I can tell the difference just how they look in cups. Like I can tell if it's darker, it's Dr. Pepper. If it's lighter, it's Coke. but I know I'm going to be able to tell blindfolded what it is. So he's going to like set up all these drinks and I'm going to try to figure out what they are. That's just part of it. We're just thinking of something silly and fun to do, and I want to prove that I am right and he is wrong.
Let it unfold. Losing you sight, pitch black light. You try to rewind and make things right. Keep dancing the whole way. 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 Keep dancing the whole way.
Here's what I like. Laying on the beach with sunlight in my eyes. Laughing with my friends under the sky. Following our hearts, so then we take a ride. Wherever, I always try to let my spirit fly, fly away. That's the only way to get that high, high, always. If you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle. If you're looking for trouble, I am the needle who will push your bubble, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna fight pieces.
I have been using this spray on my fridge and stove and oven and all that for years now, and I love it so much. I feel like nothing even comes close to how well this shines. It obviously doesn't clean your surfaces or anything. It's just something you do at the end. But I mean, it looks so much shinier and fresher, doesn't it? And you can find it at like Target or Walmart. I'm sure Amazon has it too. And it is so worth it. And now I'm moving upstairs. Did you guys see that? I lifted up the dresser with all the drawers out and it almost fell forward. So another reason why I shouldn't really do things, but I do. So I just wanted to come upstairs and finish painting the bottom of these legs because I hadn't gotten to it the day before. And then we were going to move on to the next thing.
Jumping from a roof that is almost too high. Laying on the grass, I close my eyes. Playing my guitar till my fingers are numb. Oh, I always try to let my spirit fly.
Okay, it is all done, and I actually really love the way that it turned out. It doesn't quite pick up on camera the color that it is in real life. It's like a really pretty light minty color, and it goes perfectly with some of the colors in her wallpaper. I'll show you that in a second. But I did go ahead and order these drawer pulls too. It was like a 15 count, I think, for $23, and kind of works out well because there are 12 drawers. So I had ordered some pulls before, like a long time ago, that were the wrong size. So I finally had to return those and get the right size. So I think it turned out really, really good. I can't wait for it to be all the way dry, and then I can put the drawer pulls on and it will look officially done. And I will probably show that over on Instagram. So y'all follow me over there if you want to see how it looks when it's all the way done. And as far as some of the colors on her wallpaper, which I'm still so obsessed with, it is just so pretty. But there are so many different shades. There's that one right there, and then there's some other like light green minty colors kind of all on this side. So it pulls from that, and I think it just really ties the room together. Okay, now I moved into Ava's room and I kind of wanted to show y'all these curtains in the daylight. They could not be more perfect. They are so pretty. They just have like this faint yellow stripe kind of all the way down. And then they have these little tassels too. And I just thought it was so, so pretty. I feel like it just ties her room together so well. I will link these for y'all if you want to take a look at them or if you would have a need for them. They do have similar ones to these at Target, but just one panel was the same price as 2 panels on Amazon, and I needed the longer ones. I needed them to be, I think, 95 or 96 inches, and the ones at Target were 84. So it was a really, really good deal. I think curtains are way too expensive, and y'all know I like to budget shop, but I thought these were a good deal and they're really pretty. Now though, we are going to hang up this picture. I got this from Hobby Lobby in the middle of this wall, so just kind of like above her dresser. I need to clear this off, but I want to put it right here, and I actually got it to go over her bed, but it's too small. So she's been really into flamingos lately. She's actually cleaning up her room right now, and I'm gonna hang it here, and then I'll probably vacuum these floors, and then I'll move on to the next thing.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way.
Okay, now moving into the boys' room. I have actually been doing a pretty good job with keeping up with laundry. I think I've mentioned this before, but Mark and I have divvied up. He does the grown-up laundry and I do the kid laundry, so I've done a pretty good job with keeping up with it, but putting it away, not so much. So I needed to take some time to put all the boys' laundry away and the girls' laundry away. Kate's folded clothes I can't put up yet because I just painted her dresser, so it's gonna have to dry, and I'm gonna have to get the handles on it first, and then I'm gonna get her dresser all organized.
I am on my way. I am on my way.
I decided to leave in this clip of me matching up 8,000 pair of socks. Actually, I didn't even match them all up because so many of them just don't even have their match anymore. And I had mentioned this before, how doing this is one of my least favorite things to do. And so many of y'all mentioned how you went to just only black socks or only white socks so you didn't have to deal with that. And that is such a great idea. But I wanted to leave this clip in because hopefully it can be encouraging to you to know that you are not alone. These tasks every day that kind of make you go crazy and make you think, nobody even notices or nobody cares. I promise you they do. And the way that I look at it, and I've said it before, is I'm not doing this job to please anyone. I'm doing it for the Lord. And He has blessed me so much with the gift of motherhood. And even though sometimes it feels like I'm constantly cleaning up other people's messes, I even say that out loud sometimes with how frustrated I get. But it is a wonderful job, and it is something that I never want to take for granted. And from day one, I wanted to be a mom, and sometimes I just need a reminder to step back and look at everything that I have and everything that I have to be thankful for, and it makes these mundane tasks seem not so bad.
I don't really need a new friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden, are gold, you see. We'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get close.
I appreciate you guys so much for watching today's video. Seriously, thank you for being the best support system a girl could ever ask for. And I've kind of been thinking about this over the past few weeks about the possibility of maybe going back to posting 2 times a week. That used to be my schedule, every Sunday and Thursday, and I went down to doing only Sunday. But I would love to know your thoughts. Seriously, your honest thoughts. Let me know in the comments. I will see you guys next week. I love y'all so much.